Hello. I know it's a lot later than I said I was going to be back to curl my hair, but I had been wearing it straight and I kind of liked it for a minute, so I wanted to keep it straight for a little while longer. So I'm going to curl it today because tomorrow's Thanksgiving and I want it a little bit different for Thanksgiving. I want to address a couple of things. The reason, because I keep talking about how thick it was, the reason I did all these smaller braids and made it thick was because I had been having some problems lately, like right around here in this area, right where the hair divides, kind of my scalp showing. And I really hate when the braids are showing. And as it gets older and the hair starts to wear a little bit, I could see the scalp around here when I would pull it back into a ponytail. And I hate that too. So I decided to use smaller braids and have a thicker hair so I wouldn't have to worry about seeing any of the parts around this area or this area as it gets older. And this is one of the things I love about it being thicker because I can fluff it out some and give it a better look. But so now I'm gonna do the curl like I did in one of my other Kanekalon videos, where it's more as just a bump to get rid of these straight ends and to add a little bit more body and volume to the hair so that it'll actually stay there. But what I did want to do is show you how I did my fake invisible part, because like I said, here it's not really invisible, it's kind of invisible there. Let's see if I can show that to you. It's kind of invisible on this side, the knots. You can see that one, but that goes. But this side was the first side that I tried and it didn't quite work. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why, at least for this method that I'm trying. When you are putting the hair in, for the invisible part look, for me, this is how it was. I used thinner pieces of hair here because I thought, oh, the smaller the knot, the easier it is to conceal. But that wasn't true in this case, because on this side I did it the different way. You have to use a larger piece of hair to have more hair to cover up the knot. So this is how I did it. I'm going to try it with this little piece of hair. So you can see how little the hair is that I'm going into and the size of the hair that I'm using. And actually I would use a lot more than this, but since this is the piece that's on the edge, I don't want to risk breaking it off because it's so delicate. So you go in with the needle. Oh, can you see that? So just like a regular braid, you go under and you attach the hair. Close your needle, pull it through, but hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I had actually forgot how to do it, so I had to stop the video and think about it. So what you want to do is make sure you have these two pieces over here separated and you have fingers in between them so that you can easily separate them. This side, you're going to grab this knot and then twirl it around a couple times, then grab one piece of this hair and pull it through nice and tight. Then you're going to take the side, leave the other side in its place on this side, and then take this side and make another knot with it to really anchor that knot. So you got broke off. Okay, anyway, it's still a knot in it, so I'm gonna keep it there. But after that's done, you'll have that knot there, and then you take this piece over here and you simply fold it over and cover that knot that you just made. And that's really all I did, which does not show up very well here, but the knot is covered. And half of this I had flat ironed it to make sure. I was checking to see if my flat iron was too hot before I did all my hair. So that's why this has that one straight area, and then the rest of it's the coarser texture. But that's all it was, and I don't know if I'm going to keep that there. But that's all there is to it. I'm sorry, I cannot remember who did it. But I think I've seen enough people do it that it's okay if I don't give credit. I'm not stealing because I really don't know who started it in the first place. But I will say this, it's not my technique. So I'm not stealing it from anybody. So now what I'm going to do next is go through and curl all the hair, or roll it up rather. And what I'm doing is when I installed the hair, I did the lengths by rows of 3. So when I curl it, I'm going to do it in rows of 3 because those are all the same length. So these 3 rows are all the same length, and then these 3 rows are the same length, and etc., etc. The only place this isn't really true is in the back, since the rows are going to go that way. I'll just have to play it by ear how I'm going to curl the back. But when I get done rolling it, I'll come back and show you. And like I said, I want these to be big curls, so I'm probably going to use a section this size for one roller. Yeah, so I'll probably have like 2 rollers on each row. So that's going to be 1 row, these 2 rollers. And I'm going to use the largest curlers that I have, which are probably about whatever. You'll see them when I come back. So let me go and curl these, and I'll be back. Alrighty. Hello. So I've got it all rolled up. So now I'm getting ready to go dip it in hot water. And I'm not going to show that on camera because last time I kind of burned myself a little bit with one of these hot clips. But I'm sure everyone knows how to dip. Boiling water, put it in a cup, bowl, whatever. Take the thing, drop it in the hot water for a few seconds. Pull it out, move on to the next one. So I'll probably leave it in maybe an hour after I get done dipping it. It will not be long enough for it to dry, but it'll be long enough to get the biggest bulk of the water out. And I have got to drive to Atlanta tomorrow, so I need to go get packed. So I keep losing these damn clips. They are just popping out everywhere. Let me show you the back real quick. So there's really no rhyme or reason to the back. Like I said, in the front, it's 3 rows. And I'm going to go dip, and I'll be back with the finished product. Hopefully it's beautiful. See you soon. Hello. So I wanted to come on real quick and show how my hair looked after I unrolled it. It's not the loose curl that I want. It's almost like a loose wave, loose ringlet look to it, if you can see it all. I'm not going to comb it or anything because, oh my Lord, it is 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm getting ready to drive to Atlanta, so I don't see any reason to comb it out, at least until I get there, because who knows what the drive is going to do to it. So I did want to let you see it, and I will try to come back on later to show how it looks after the long drive and after the curls have had time to settle some. So I hope everyone's having a happy Thanksgiving. See you later. Bye. Okay, I'm sorry. I know you can't see it very well, but this is the only way I can show it. I just wanted you to see how it looks after it's curled. And unfortunately, I can't show the back either. But it's not the style that I wanted, but I still like it, surprisingly. Because I know I usually don't like anything, but I like it. So I'm going to see how it holds up through this weekend. And maybe I'll try it again or come back on and show how it looks later on. But until then, have a happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate it. And if you don't, just have a happy Thursday. Bye.